So, have you been following the politics of Jim Jordan and them?
Oh man, yes. Oh, it's so good. What did I tell you? I feel like when I first came on here, I told you it's so good to see them doing it. Like it's normally us worried about everything, struggling, like, man, I hope the squad don't, mess the whole thing up. I hope, they listen to the squad. I'm not against them, but I feel like we are the ones always counting votes. But don't it feel good to see them just be messy?
It does. You know what's surprising though? Okay, so like 3 weeks ago, they kicked out their Speaker of the House. Like 20 people decided.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Matt Gaetz decided he ain't like Kevin McCarthy, so he was gonna. So because Kevin McCarthy was dumb enough to put a butt clause in them voting for him, which allowed them to vote him out. I was like, dude, they put that in just like slavery in the the abolishment of slavery. They were planning on getting rid of you
The
anyway, the
whole
first
time.
chance. So they did that, but they didn't have a plan. Like I watch a lot of TV, a lot of these, like Billions. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
strategy going on in them back rooms. You would think they would have come up with, okay, we're gonna get rid of him. Here's who we got the votes lined up. We've talked to all of the people, so when we do it, we're gonna be boom, and this is how it's gonna roll. They had no plan other than just to get rid of him.
They do not want to govern, and it's like they prove themselves right because they're always like, government doesn't work. Then they get the job, they be like, we not working. It's like
Facts.
this self-fulfilling prophecy. But Kevin McCarthy, I'm so surprised by the Republicans because I don't think they recognize the phenomenon of Trump and why people vote for him. And so they can't harness it because Kevin McCarthy from day one was like, please guys, don't. Hey, I just want to be the leader, please everybody. And if that was Trump, he would have been MFing everybody up in there. Like he would have been daring them to get like,
Yes.
please get rid of me. And none
Right.
of them have that energy. Not Jim Jordan.
Oh,
All
Jim
of them,
Jordan.
they want to be
Okay.
liked.
Okay. Have you? So Jim Jordan's comb over ass, no bill passing, sleeves rolled up, letting people pedophile allegedly of the wrestling squad and doing nothing about it. Person weakest, like he is the epitome of what I look at in the corporate arena. Like he is the quintessential bloviated, got fake power, but is the weakest person in the room.
Yes.
Fake it, like
Yes.
couldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight type of guy.
Yes.
Like you,
Empty suit.
but he's your boss, right? So it's nothing you
Yes.
could you secretly is like, this man should not be anybody's boss. I wish
Yes.
I could. Ooh, I wish I could. But my paycheck though, my paycheck.
Right.
Raise your hand if you have a Jim Jordan in your office, 866-801-8255, because he's classic, has never been in a real fight, it's got all of this energy for no wrestling ain't a sport. Like, y'all, stop it. Like
He don't even pass.
Because you were a wrestler. Come on, man.
He don't even pass legislation.
Nothing.
Like
It's
you don't
16
even
years.
have a thing you can say is an accomplishment, other than just being the dude that cross-examines people like Fauci with the most inane conspiracy theorist stupidity. Like when you watch those hearings, that's what I know him from, is watching those hearings and being like, who is this mother? And then it's always him. It's always like, I wish he would shut up. And it's funny because Steve Scalise dropped out because he was too racist with it. It was too flagrant.
Well, no, he didn't think what he had said would come back. Like,
Right,
here's the other
right.
crazy thing. You told people you are David Duke without the baggage. You out your mouth said that. And
But
then
you know what, Karen? But you know what, Karen? He would have won if he owned it. Like, because that's what they
Yes.
do with Trump. Trump would have been like, yeah, I do hate the blacks. What's the problem? Y'all voting or not? He was like, oh, not like that, not that David Duke. I mean, like Duke to college or whatever. And now he had to step down because he felt some level of shame. And the only way to win is to be unabashedly unashamed. And the rest of them have a little, just not a lot, just like a little sliver of shame stopping them.
Well, it's here's the problem. It's like, so Trump is he's a sociopath. Like, I think, like textbook. So there's no, like, he, allegedly could be a serial killer because he wouldn't have any feelings. Like, he has
Right.
but most human beings for them it's performative. This is not a performance for Trump. This is who he is. He is a person who is bereft of any self-examination. He has it is a medical condition that he has.
Yes.
But most human beings, have a little, because you were raised by people,
And so, also, like, the job of what they do is to be elected by people who want you to have the job. Trump is just the exception to the rule. People like him because he doesn't seem to care. Like, they care. And when, like, they put on a front, but when it comes down to, like, the day of, they're always like, actually, guys, I do want you to like me. And that's how they always lose. But I'm loving them fighting. The fact that, listen, Nancy Pelosi would never. Okay. The fact that y'all going up here looking like a damn fool. Y'all knew what the numbers was in the closed circuit meeting. When y'all had that closed meeting, you knew you didn't have enough. Now, why is this the third time y'all out here? McCarthy already done look stupid with them 57 votes that he had. Like, y'all just look dumb, dog. What are y'all doing?
Well, his was crazy because Jim Jordan wasn't going to back down because he said, well, it took 15 rounds for McCarthy, and so it's just a matter of time. But you ain't even McCarthy. At least McCarthy, some Democrats were like, he ain't that bad. Right. You are a whole ass who have never done anything.
He lost votes. They said they took the first vote because they needed to get people on the record so they could pressure them. They've been death threatening these people and all kinds of stuff. And then lost 2 more votes. Like, what's the plan over here? What are y'all doing?
None. So they had a secret meeting, another secret meeting. They did a secret ballot because they're cowards. And in the secret ballot, they voted to have him step down. So they had So wow. Jim Jordan was nicer. Yeah, Jim Jordan. Well, he was so dejected. I was so happy. I was like, your comb over game is whack because when you turn around, we can still see your ball. Stop it. Just shave it off. It ain't a secret.
In North Carolina, we got the interim speaker, the little fella. The one that
he looks like a Keebler elf. It's Friday, by the way. I will be roasting people, and I don't care what his name is, Smith.
I mean, honestly, if he wasn't so threatening with his politics, he's an adorable little man. Just a bow tie. Just give him a bow tie and like a little hat and a cane or something. Get him the
cookies.
Dancing.
Yes, green with a little green hat.
If he came out of a tree with some cookies, I would be like, okay, I'll try one of them cookies, but. Once he started talking, it's like, oh, no, shut your little ass up,
So I tend to not make fun of people for things that they can't control, because height is something you can't control unless you're in Gattaca, right? Where you can break your legs and then add bone.
True.
But but it's Friday, so 866-80182. But normally I would not make fun of someone for their lack of height.
I'm not saying he's short, like, in a bad way. I'm saying he's adorable. He's an adorable little guy. Like, if it wasn't for his politics, I'd be like, look at this little short king, But then he started talking. I'm like, oh no, it can't be you either. You gonna lose too.